What's going on, people? Mr. Anti-Lock here, back with the epicness that is Toriko. First of all, I made a mistake last week. I was so hype at last week's chapter and a little scattered brain that I called the Blue Nitro Blue Oni. Pardon me, I ain't perfect. I digress. Chapter 309. First and foremost, the man Bambita can jump a stratosphere of 50 kilometers above ground level in a mere second. Literally, this man jumps so high, so fast, he naps in the solar system with the face of a baby. Peacefulness, pure epicness. This is one of his mere feats. First and foremost, this man can pick up a mountain on top of a mountain that pulls you down at 100 times gravity and skip a mountain across the world at Mach 1 fucking speed. Secondly, this man practically annihilated Toriko and friends in a 10th of a second. Now we all know who Toriko is. We read this. He annihilated them in a 10th of a second. It's just epic. It's like a loss for words. Going into this chapter, Toriko and friends come to a wrestling ring where in a mere second was surprised that something like came down from the sky and exploded right next to them. But guess what? It was Bambina falling back to the earth after beginning his nap. And again, this man literally jumped up outside of the Earth's atmosphere just to fall asleep. Are you kidding me, people? I can't even with this nigga Bambina. Are you serious, Mitsutoshi? Are you serious? Pure epicness. Will they beat this man? God only knows. Or should I say monkey? Anyway, they wake up Bambina from his nap and he seems excited to see his playmates again. Toriko and these guys been training. I must add that these men only been training for a day or two or three. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember right now offhand. But let's just say they only been practicing for a couple of days. And when I read this chapter, I questioned myself, were they on that level? Bambina pops up in front of Zebra. He starts his game. He tries to swipe his face. Zebra has all of his gourmet cells intact, cell by cell. Dodges Bambina. So guess what? Zebra wins that round. Big ass smile. You get the side panel smile with his fucking ripped jawline. Epicness. We get down to my man Coco. He's going to play the knee game with him. Unfortunately, Coco wasn't ready. But he took it like a man. His legs didn't get ripped off and he didn't have to make no poison dolls or nothing. So, but Coco lost. I'm sorry, the man lost. Then we go to Toriko. He arm wrestles Bambina. We get a glimpse of his red Oni. He didn't have to pull out blue. So guess what? What was epic is that Toriko's on that level that Bambina couldn't just straight overpower him. And last but not least, my man Sonny. Sonny taps Bambina on the shoulder and says, I found you. Bambina, he looks surprised. He's like, what the fuck? Are these dudes on that level? Are they on that level? I love that Sonny tapped him on the shoulder. It's like, hey, I found you. Are we still playing hide and seek? Pure epicness. Now, going into the verbatim part of this chapter, it says, a normal human can play around with a tiger. Even if the tiger's just trying to have fun, the human is likely to get killed. Awesome. And then Toriko apologizes for not making good playmates with Bambina. He also states that, what do you want to play next? Because they're ready. Now, when you go down to this panel, I'm not sure whether or not Bambina is enraged in that look or excited, but I would like to say he's starting to get enraged because of the surprise of him losing this game. All of the monkeys gather to see Toriko and friends take on Bambina. Another verbatim part of this chapter. Toriko says, what the hell? The monkeys are gathering. Why in the world? Chi-Chi says, it's as I thought. This ring is meant for a festival. They came to watch all 5 billion of them. And not to see a game, to see a serious match with the Monkey King. So in other words, the whole game was just to see if they're worthy enough to take on Bambina in what kind of tournament or match. Do you think Toriko and friends are ready for a fight? I don't know. Coco got dropped. Sorry for you Coco fans out there. Coco got dropped. Toriko has his arm ripped off, but he was able to maintain a fight or arm wrestling match with Bambina this time. And Sonny didn't blink like a little bitch. He was able to play hide and seek with Bambina. All of this within a tenth of a second, mind you. Could Toriko and friends be ready to handle this challenge? Because Komatsu's life is hanging in the strings, I'm gonna say that yes. And even if not, they're gonna give it their all to the point where Bambina gives them his nuts. Or should I say, pear. But what the head scratcher for me is, how does pear play a part with the galaxy tree that we saw earlier on in this arc, or earlier on right before they reached Bambina? I just want to see how that plays. Overall, epic chapter of Toriko to say the least. I was happy to read it, and so far, Mitsutoshi has been doing his thing. This is only the second chapter of the year. Like, subscribe, comment,